Hello, what's up, gamers? I can't say that with a straight face. We're playing Okage. That's the exit. I don't want to go that way. We want to go further into the escapeless abyss, which I can't really make a joke about. Haha, I already worked there because that's my stream title right now. It's so nice playing a game with a mini-map after Resident Evil, can I say? Before I go down those stairs, let me just poke around. Oh, there's an urn. Do I have to break it? Or does it just fight me, or is this a ghost? Game volume can be a little louder. Okay. Give me a sec here and I'll do that. Let me just beat this jar to within an inch of its life. And then beat it further than that, and I'll turn up the game. Okay. Hang on. Chotomate. Okay, game has gone up a few degrees. Let me know how this is. If it's good or if it needs to go up or down. I'm glad you're getting some use out of that bongo emote. That's what you do to cats, really, or any animal. You gently bongo. Oh, goodness. Not beloved party member Guten Kiesling. You know, I was just wailing on this thing to save resources. It's taking too long to kill. Oh boy. Screams of the damned in that jar. Oh yay! Yeah, some cats enjoy being bongoed and some do not. It's funny when they do enjoy it though. Like, I've seen a while ago a video of somebody using 2 cardboard tubes, like paper towel tubes, to gently bongo the back of their cat. I didn't mean to talk to you, Stan. I wanted to open my menu, but this isn't Resident Evil. But every time they would stop bongoing, the cat would turn and look at them and go meow until they started again. Anyway. Aha! Monster's Hideout is a perfect name. That pseudo-evil king running there proves he is just a low-class evildoer. I don't really know what you're trying to say, Stan, but thank you. The chanting in... okay. The chanting in this song reminds me a lot of, like, some Danganronpa music, weirdly. You fell in a trap hole. Looks like you're on a new floor. Oh my god, it's an Atlas RPG. Help. It's Shin Megami Tensei. It's Etrian Odyssey. It's wizardry, really. Let's try Frost. Let's see if Frost works better on this urn. And then Ari also has Blaze Sword, which I haven't used yet. And then Kiesling has Storm, I suppose. There's also... like an effect, an instrument, a sound, I'm not sure what you want to call it, in the battle music that reminds me of the music for Launch Base Zone from Sonic 3. I feel like I can hear that voice sample going, go! Oh, Kiesling's dead. Wasn't even paying attention, I was too busy thinking about Sonic. Which honestly is something I would prefer to think about than Guten Kiesling. I guess I should revive him nominally. Okay, let's use an item. I forgot I had the Wimberry. Okay, energy flower. Kiesling looks like he just arranged himself. There you go, you good? You good? You up? How generous of that urn to not attack Kiesling right away. Genuinely expecting that. Let's see if he can heal himself before he dies again. Oh, we're good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna sip my tea before I forget it again. Okay. Oh, good job, Roz. Getting so strong. I don't really know what level I ought to be for this point in the game. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, open the correct button. I don't know how precious I need to be with my LP with regards to healing. Let's use mend for now. Boy, Roz has so much HP now, so healthy. Okay. What's this? The door won't open. It seems to be sealed by some power. Okay. Same thing? Yep. If I may gripe pettily while I am streaming this, it's not about Okage. It's about the fact I can't find my glasses cleaning cloth. I cleaned my room up the other day because they had to do some fire inspection in the building just to make sure that everything was working correctly. And I feel like maybe I accidentally threw my glasses cleaning cloth away or something, or just at least shoved it in a drawer or some other place I don't know where it is. And there's a big old smudge on my glasses, and it's really bothering me. Don't open that menu, Will. Okay, let's get rid of these coins. Question mark. Kiesling is not mandatory for too much longer, thank goodness. Boy, charge, it's a little nerve-wracking. Capricious Screw, Systematic Gear. With good enemy names. What is the... Oh, you know what? I was like, why am my button inputs opening the menu? It's because I still have Steam open in the background. And if I don't close Steam, then my controller starts doing wacky things. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Is it really worth using this? Let's do it anyway. Why not? Please don't kill Ari. Lock on. God, I forgot about that awful noise. Oh, I don't like that they're charging. It's making me antsy. I do want to have Roz attack. I also want Ari to defend. Maybe I will have her wait, and then... I've already killed one of them, though. It should be okay. Okay, and then Kiesling, I'm gonna have heal Ari. Is there like an art book for Okage somewhere? I would love to get a better look at these incredible designs. Crushing Devil. Have to preserve this moment in time. Get him, Stan. Good job. I feel like I should give Stan like a little treat for his hard work. But I don't know what you would give the King of Evil as a treat. I don't think he'll accept like the same greenies that I give Onyx. Maybe he would find it patronizing. Or, you know, maybe anyone can appreciate a little treat. Okay, I can go in here. Okay. Okay. A door seems to have opened somewhere. Alright. This chanting is so goofy. Not you, Ghost. Not interested. Okay, here's an urn. Italian food. You know what? Yeah. Stan would eat pasta. Now, what kind of pasta? I don't know. Does he like, you know, fancy dishes like penne alla vodka or carbonara? Or does he just like a good old bowl of mac and cheese? I wish I had a more expedient way to get rid of this thing. We're already running low on LP, I feel. Let's try Blaze Sword again. Why not? Stan would have pasta opinions. Stan would, like, break his spaghetti before putting it in the pot. Or I don't know what else you could do to, like, cause the spirit of 100 Italian grandmothers to manifest physically in your home. But Stan, I'm sure, would have some spicy takes that would cause it. Ketchup instead of pasta sauce, exactly. I don't even know if he likes the flavor, but he's doing it because it's the objectively evil option. Oh boy. Did a big chunk to Ari here. I asked for Orichet, slave! Never had to say that out loud. I hope I said it right. Otherwise, 100 Italian grandmothers will physically manifest in my home. Stan also puts ketchup on steak, I bet. Have any of you ever done that or known someone who put ketchup on steak? I could see a child doing it when you don't have the refined palate, but there are adults out there that do it, probably. As soon as I say it out loud, I think somebody definitely does. Oh, good job, Ari. Well done, steak with ketchup. You're never done that when you're... I didn't mean to talk to you, Stan. The item... Or, sorry, the menu button in this game is not the menu button in Resident Evil. The menu button in Resident Evil is the stand button in this game. I want to use some items. I'm reminded a little bit of when I was streaming Wind Waker and Eternal Darkness simultaneously, and how some of their key buttons were the opposite between games, which was definitely tricky to deal with. We should be hearing more from Stan anyway, it is true. Bones? Can't do anything with the bones, they're just here. Okay, I don't want to fight you, Ghost, you're not interesting to me. Any more doors in this corner here? Oh, there's an urn, okay, cool. Why is this battle music so ominous? Like, I'm not complaining. It's good. It's just a fun, like, just atmosphere that the intro seems to suggest. Like, it sounds a lot spookier than it winds up actually being. No, we're just fighting a jar. A family recipe was to take one of the tougher steaks, like the top round type of thing, cover it in ketchup and onion soup mix, wrap it in foil to keep the moisture in, and shove it in the oven. Kind of reminds me of a meatloaf, but without the ground meat aspect of it. You've seen a number of vlogs from Korea and Japan where they make pasta and pizza and the substitutes they use. I bet a lot of common ingredients that you would see for pasta and pizza here might be harder to get there, or just not even necessarily harder to get, but just tastes would differ. So what people are accustomed to in one part of the world, people might not like in another. I mean, why not customize food to your liking? However, if you do get like a really expensive cut of meat and then you get it super overdone and then covered in ketchup, you are missing out. I don't say this as a judgment, but maybe a chance to reflect. Do they do mayonnaise pizzas in Japan and Korea? I don't know, but I would absolutely buy it. I did again. Keep pressing the stand button. I don't want to press the stand button. Stan wants me to press the stand button. Okay, here we go. I wish I brought more healing items, but you know, you never think you need this many. I could see why they would do mayonnaise pizza there, since like the Kewpie mayo you get in Japan at least. Oh, what was it asking me to examine? Is I think better than the stuff that you get here. With combinations of shrimp or corn, interesting. I don't feel like I would like that very much, but I don't like shrimp that much, and I'm not a mayo fan. Shrimp is one of those flavors that I find gets overwhelming fairly quickly. I can do some shrimp. It's like eggs. I can do some occasionally. But I hit my shrimp ceiling relatively quickly compared to other people. You know, I've seen that a Japanese pizza that had like pigs in a blanket type hot dogs for the crust. I saw that on an episode of Game Center CX where the game being played was a Famicom game called Pizza Pop, which actually looked pretty cute. I think it was a later Famicom game, but it's sort of the gimmick for the episode because the director wanted it. They would keep having pizzas And that was one of them. Another, I think that pizza or another one had like potato on it. I thought, I want to try the potato pizza. Oh, I destroyed all the urns. Good job. Okay. Where are those stairs that I just opened? I mean, the game's certainly not going to tell me. Why would it tell me? What is it asking me to examine? The door is open. Okay, cool. Good talk. Well, this is a staircase leading up. Let's see the other side. This is another staircase leading up. I mean, I did fall down a hole. I earned that. What I should do is go back upstairs anyway. Make use of the save point to refresh my everything. Oh, the baby raid is here. Hello, Luz. How did Donkey Kong Country 3 go? Was it painful? Well, you were using rewinds fairly liberally, so perhaps not as painful as it might otherwise seem. Is there anything else I want to do in here? Okay, these look like... Is this where I came from? And then these are the stairs going up. That XKCD about how geologist thinks everyone knows feldspar. That was his coworker and insisting everyone knows how to make mayonnaise. It's a really good XKCD comic, and it just feels weirdly applicable to so many things. There we go. Hang on, I gotta re-scroll my chat. I had to scroll up to read feldspar. I will save, just in case something abruptly kills Ari. Oh, you beat the time on the race. Good job. So, did you figure out how to do Kiddy Kong's roll on the water surface consistently? Okay. What's the white marker? So I think red was a jar. Okay, yeah, white's another staircase, and that was the hole I fell down. What's up here? I passed these stairs, I didn't go up them because I fell down that hole right away. Okay, now I'm up here. Some more doors I can't open. There's another urn. He didn't, oh. Did he get to the boss? I can't remember now if I asked that already, because I got distracted about the whole racing bit. Not quite, okay. That means I get to see it next time. I have to say it's fun seeing someone experience Donkey Kong Country 3 for the first time, having never seen it before, compared to when I streamed it. I had experienced it previously, so it's not new to me. That was like half of Kiesling's health. Holy moly. I mean, I too would like to rend half of Kiesling's health in one fell swoop. I can't blame this jar. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. There's a little sound effect in there too. I feel like I hear like a squid noise from Splatoon. I'm hearing Sonic 3 sound effects and also Splatoon. I don't know what that says about me. Okay, is this just like a big ratto skeleton or something? Or a cow? I guess it's a cow. How did it get down here? I mean, I guess even the denizens of the escapeless abyss crave a good burg now and then. Let's all consider Squid Linda. She'd probably be a better squid idol, I think. Maybe the warbling will hide her inherent tone deafness. It says I probably have 5,500 hours collectively across all Splatoon games. How do you know my total play time? I don't want to know what it is. If I really wanted to, I could probably look on my Switch and see, okay, how long did I spend in Splatoon 2 and 3, and then... and then check my Wii U. Those scarecrows just both went to town on Kiesling, and... valid. Incredibly valid. They just saw that man and thought, we need him to not exist any longer. He is just chilling on the floor. I don't think he's even unconscious. Mori, why aren't you reviving him? Because I don't want to. Yes, he will miss out on the experience for this fight. Irrelevant. He's just falling asleep with his book on his head. Hello, Tony. Welcome. Killing is just using it as an excuse to read. It's like when you're at a family gathering and you're just overwhelmed by all the sounds and you finally get permission. Like, can I just go and like read a book and not socialize, please? Is that just me? Oh, there was a hole. There was a hole here. You fell into a trap hole. Looks like you're on a new floor, and yet Kiesling's neck is still unbroken. Terrible. Time to fix him, I guess. I mean, we can't fix him, really, but... No, not that one. Don't use the big one. Okay, heal. Heal, and the other two should be fine, I think. Oh, let's... Yeah, let's just top up Ari a little bit here. Okay. Oh, there's another jar here, so it's a good thing I fell. I'm gonna sip my tea while I beat up this jar. It's already getting a little tepid, but this time I'm gonna consume it, at least mostly, instead of leaving it on my side table for 2 hours. Ugh. So apropos of nothing, I hope folks have had a nice week. Before I completely forget, because I usually try and mention stream stuff at the end of stream, but I'll do it now before I forget. So I will be doing a little stream tomorrow on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to be streaming, actually, Wilmot Works It Out, because I got a key for it from Finji, which is really cool. It's like a chill little puzzle game. So if you would like a chill little Saturday afternoon hangout with me, make yourself a nice cup of tea or some other cozy beverage and solve puzzles with me. That'll be a thing tomorrow. And then on Sunday at, was it, Liz, help me out. Is it 4 p.m. Eastern, I think? I will be streaming some Mario Party Superstars. Not the new one, but Mario Party Superstars, all reliable. With Neko Luce and Noxabata and Kapotiko here on Luce's channel, because it's his stream anniversary. So I'll put a link to that on my... I have Blue Sky now, by the way, because heck that the other place. So I'll put the relevant links there when the time comes. 4 p.m. Eastern, thank you. Also, hello, Crush Me. Can you crush Kiesling's neck here, please? I'm sick of him. Just on principle. So I've destroyed these jars. Now I have to find the staircases that I actively opened. And those I'm not sure about. I'm gonna have to dig around a little bit to find them. But this is a spot I haven't been, and here's a jar I haven't destroyed, so... Blue Sky seems pretty good so far, and I think it's nice, too, just having a feed that, because there's less people on it now, is more curated. There's a lot more artists there because like, a big reason for just the mass migration is the bird site, the former bird site, just outright saying, yeah, we're going to be scraping every post for AI training purposes. So forget that. You don't get my words, you don't get my art. And it's just a noxious place to be anyway. I don't like the fact that, you know, so much PR I feel like you have to do on places like that, which is why I have Blue Sky. So hopefully that one does not either go the way of the dodo or the way of the erstwhile bird site. Yeah, it's been horrific for a long while now. Ari's health is low again. Stop beating up this poor boy. Has he not suffered enough? Oh, you did see the individual cosplaying City Escape. It was such a good costume. I think the only way they could have enhanced it is if there was like a tiny Big the Cat hidden behind like one of the buildings propped up on their shoulders that you could only see from a specific angle. Okay, is that all that's in this little area? It's just one single urn I had to destroy? I guess so. I don't see any doors on the side, so... Yeah, Stan, look at how they're beating up your slave. Don't you care about your slave at all? About maintaining the integrity of your chosen vessel? Considering, I mean, I don't know how difficult it is for Stan to find someone compatible with his whole everything. Oh, that's not open yet. But, by the sounds of it, like, Ari was a pretty lucky find. Okay, so I need to get where that locked door is. So evidently there's another summoning circle I have not stood upon. I guess I just have to go up here. Oh no, there's another staircase down there, because that's where I came from. Suddenly wishing this map had more detail. Like, it shows me, okay, I've stood on this, right? Yeah, that you've opened the grates over certain staircases. Which staircases, you figure it out. Hey, hoopla, hoopla, hey! Oh, this is gonna be in my head forever. Let's actually go back to the first floor while I'm here and just do a little save and refresh, since it's right nearby. Why not? Would help if I face the correct direction. Okay. Yeah, join Blue Sky like all the cool kids. I mean, you don't have to. Again, it is convenient just having sort of a centralized hub, and a lot of artists I enjoy have moved to that place. No, ghost. 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 Okay. Oh, these fellas again. I mean, I could just leave if I really wanted to. Social media is scary. I do agree. Wait, did we not all escape? Okay. I was thinking, that's odd. Surely we have completed the escape. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be in my head forever now. Okay. We have a... let's see. So there's stairs leading up there. Is there a way I can, like, pull up the map? No. I wanted to have a second to look at the map without having to risk ghosts running into me. Maybe if I stand in the corner and just think about... oh, no. Try to think about where I'm going, please. Please. The good Mori retweets. I mean, I share mostly art, like cool art, and maybe other silly things I've found. Okay. So, I just want to double check. So these stairs will lead back up to the second floor. And then these will lead back up to the first floor. Is there anything on this floor that I haven't done yet that I need to do? Okay, this is open now, and there's a jar. Okay, progress, I think. Why are we fighting all these jars? I mean, they were in the sewers, okay, but now why are they in this endless abyss? Escapeless abyss, sorry. It feels arbitrary. Maybe it's part of the building code. If you're constructing some sort of dank underground cellar, you need to have a certain amount of jars for structural support reasons. Because the devs ran out of time and just put jars everywhere. Personal theory. Headcanon accepted. These big jars full of milk. Ghost milk. Maybe somebody made this jar and they were really proud of it. Maybe I should heal Roz before she dies. It's fine. Alternately, Chairman Evil King cut a deal with Big Earn. That's why our society has gone downhill. So much is being controlled by Big Earn. I got a glaring bottle. What is a glaring bottle? Let's see. Glaring bottle. Mane of Thunder Beast inside. Attack with thunder. And it's an item and it still takes hit points from me. I forgot I had that frozen bottle too. Just completely forgot. Okay. A door seems to have opened somewhere. I wonder where it could be. Surprise attack? Did you spawn behind me? I was in a doorway. Rude. Stan, you're not going to stand for this, are you? He is. He is just going to stand there. It's in his name. There was a ghost behind the door just waiting for me. Oh, he's muted, thank God. Or I assume that's what that means anyway. Just like Mario RPG. Can't spell just stand there without Stan. I can't help but wonder if, like, there was better equipment I was supposed to acquire somewhere. Or some integral side quest that I've missed out on. It's kind of hard to tell with this game, or any RPG that I've not played before. When you don't know all of its intricate inner workings yet. I swear I'm hearing like a Splatoon squid noise in the background of that song, intermittently. I promise I'm not crazy. I mean, maybe just a little bit. Let's use mend. And just freshen people up. Okay. I feel like I've asked before, is LP restored during battles? Or rather, like, I guess, like, as your turns go by? Or for each battle you finish, maybe? Okay, here's one I haven't opened yet. Excuse me. Looks like there is a jar. No! I didn't want to fall there. Oh, I was just navigating by looking at the map, but the map doesn't show the doors. Oh, okay. Now I have to go all the way back down here. Oh, this really is like an Atlas RPG. Okay. Time to make the laborious climb back up top, I guess. Don't navigate by looking exclusively at the mini-map. Okay, and then this staircase? Or does this just lead to the entrance area? Okay, this just leads to the entrance area, I think. Well, I'm here. I might as well heal. Use the book. Restore my LP, my Let's Play. Atlas RPGs don't all feature high schools. I know, hard to believe when your primary frame of reference is Persona. And some of the Shin Megami Tensei games, I think? No? No, I'm thinking about Persona 1 and 2. No, some of them do feature a high school, like Shin Megami Tensei If does. And I think the original one, too. Is this where I wanted to go? I was so sure of myself, and then I fell down that pit. Now I feel like I'm on the wrong floor altogether. Okay, no, I am on the wrong floor altogether. Yeah, some of them feature a tree. Several of them even feature a tree, if you know where to look. Okay, so I want to go back up here. Yes, as a treacher, in fact. Okay, and I'm going to not fall into that hole. Okay, here we go. That's what I've been missing. I mean, if you enjoy the Persona games mechanically, but you find the sort of high school drama, the interpersonal drama aspect of it something that you could live without. You might enjoy the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games. I haven't played a ton of them. They are, I think, harder than Persona. Especially because of the demon negotiation mechanic. And that you don't have a full party of humans, you have your player character and then the demons they've teamed up with. Oh, he didn't die. That's a shame. You can have a little dungeon crawl as a treacher. Honest to goodness, I would absolutely stream Etrian Odyssey. If I was one of those streamers that could... Oh, hooray. That could stream a lot. But just with the way my schedule is now, I don't think it would be feasible because those games would take a while to finish. They're quite long. And meditative. And I probably wouldn't even talk a lot for some of them. Because I'd want to focus on just mapping and enjoying the atmosphere and trying not to get killed horribly. Oh, you like the music in Etrian Odyssey, huh? Do you remember any specific soundtracks you would listen to? They're done by Yuzo Koshiro, who's a great composer. And the first 3 games have the FM style, like the PC-98's type soundtracks, which I really enjoy. That retro style. And then 4 and onwards have more modern orchestral music, but some of them will have options to allow you to play with an FM soundtrack instead. Like, I think 5 has that. You can unlock the FM soundtrack. You remember thinking, this sounds like it should be in Sonic games. It should. I think because of a lot of the sounds are sort of reminiscent of what you get on the Genesis. Oh man, that elephant has incredible jams, which I promise does make sense in context. If you've played Etrian Odyssey 5, then you'll know the elephant. And the fantastic jams that it accompanies with. Or that accompany it. Yay. Okay, I assume that camera pan means that it's behind me. Don't fall in the pit. Excuse me, cow skull. Okay. I kind of find myself craving some Etrian Odyssey jams now after hearing Hey Ya Hoopla Hoopla Hey on repeat. This really does remind me a little bit of some Danganronpa music, though. Like Mr. Monokuma's Lesson. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Oh, I got a bountiful nut. Oh, the Game Over music. A classic. Ghostalogos? Ghostalogos? What is this? Galapagos turtle? No, not status. That's what I need. Not what I need. Item. Antique book detailing extinct monsters. Oh, is this a book for Kiesling to equip? Is this a weapon? It sure is. Still pretty terrible. Boy, there's not like stuff I needed to equip people with that I just forgot about, right? No. Yeah, I don't have a lot here. Let's give Ari more luck. I don't know what good it's gonna do him, but let's try it. She already has the Wildcat's Fang. Okay. Okay. I wonder if there's a boss beyond here. It seems to be we are finally here. All set, Ari? Are you ready in both body and mind? Should I go back and save? It's fine, right? Yeah, No, I should go back and save. Oh well, let's come back later. Now what am I saying? I'm not a coward, it's fine. But also, I realized I don't want to have to navigate all the way back there and all the way back here. That's just annoying. So, You know, if I die, which I'm not going to, then I'll deal with it, but I'm not going to die. Now, let's be off! I read, like, no dialogue this stream. It's terrible. So, you've come. You have come to see me. What's so funny? You can't run or hide, evil king of chairmen. Prepare to make this place your grave. Hey, lady, what's wrong with your hearing? Like I said, I've resigned as the chairman. I'm a former chairman, evil king. Get it? Well, it really doesn't matter. I didn't run away, though. I led you here. Let me tell you something. In business, it is profit by the land, profit by the people, profits by the heavens. Ugh, old man and his lectures. Just listening to him makes my stomach turn. Let's just trounce this buffoon and be done with it. Shame on you. What I'm trying to say is that I'm much stronger than you think. I'm also much smarter than you folks. Much smarter. Don't believe me? Fine, come and get me then. Former chairman, evil king, though you've resigned, you're still evil in that spirit-sucking corporate way. But you cannot conquer the world with that alone. No one can rule the world unless he can inspire true fear in others. Isn't that right, Stan? Kiesling, why, maybe you're not some quack after all. That's exactly what I've been saying. See, slave, Kiesling gets it. Why can't you? I'm right again. What a ridiculous fool to be so pompous when they weren't even your own words. What a stupid evil king. Here now is the crucial battle. I order you all, fight well. I am keeping my eyes on you, Ari. Go and fight for me. Show me that you can beat the evil king. Are you sure you don't want to help out, Marlene? I feel like you could do more damage than this Kiesling fella. Oh, he's got some automatons with him. Some low-wage interns. Sorry, low-wage. What am I saying? Unpaid interns. That's silly. Okay. Let's use overdrive. I don't like having to cut into Ari's precious hit points, but until I learn some other AoE attack, it has to be this, unfortunately. Hopefully it does not miss a bunch. Yeah, sure, let's try Storm and one of the armor fellas. I can't wait to eject Kiesling from the party so I don't have to hear that noise anymore. Let's do overdrive again. Ah! Oh boy, Roz just got a big chunk of her health taken out. Oof. Okay, I need to have her wait. So Ari can hurry up and use burst, please. Please. I wish I had more of those. Let's use this on Rosalind for now. Like, even this guy's, like, highest level employees probably don't get paid. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are you want to defend yourself real quick? Yeah, you do. Well, I guess I should have been a coward and saved. Man, they just points at Ari and decide, no. We've had enough of this kid. Alright, well. I don't think it should take too long to get back, as long as I don't get ambushed by more ghosts. Oopla hey. There's not really much you can do about that, is there? Yeah, the boss music is nice. It's just that, gee, did you have to beat me up so egregiously? Did you all have to dogpile on this poor boy? I want Stan to help me. Oh, no, this is... That's right. Not this one. I want the other staircase. Okay, and I will be sure not to fall down the hole. Yeah, having them all go at once is the thing. With how abrupt it is. Oh, I have to beat up another jar. Jeez. You think they would stagger their turns a little, but then maybe it's smart that they don't. Is anyone here familiar with the game Kudelka? Something about this very, very vaguely reminds me of Kudelka, and I couldn't tell you why. It's a PlayStation RPG, by, I forget the name of the developer, but the same dev who did the Shadow Hearts series, and in fact, Kudelka takes place in the same universe. Also notable for having, like, full voice-acted cutscenes with, I think, motion capture, maybe, on the PlayStation? Which is quite impressive to behold. Like, I think the cast are all, like, theater actors or something. Okay. Let's... I'm thinking here. Do I want to bother going back? Or should I just press onwards? The streamer you often cite is the person who made you start using Twitch as frequently as you do love Shadow Hearts. So you are aware of Kudelka. That's a lot more than probably most people. I'm curious, are there... I'm trying to think how to phrase it. Are there obscure games, I guess for lack of a better word, that you really enjoy? I'm asking you as in the general you chat, anyone who may be listening to this. They don't necessarily have to be good games either, but just, you know, ones that have facets that you enjoy or think are charming and are not well known. Like Kudelka. Vigilante 8. What is Vigilante 8? Oh yeah, Rondo of Swords. That was an interesting one. I remember having a really, like, just a really tough tutorial fight. Like, you wouldn't expect a tutorial fight in an RPG, well, a tactical RPG, to be difficult. Or at least require some very persnickety strategy, but it is an Atlas RPG, so... Vehicular Destruction Game. Goofier Twisted Metal. Second game is far superior, but the entire premise of both is ingrained into your brain. That's cool. What's it on? I'm not familiar with it. Okay, I'm thinking what I should do is... I don't want to fall in the hole. Let's go back up and save. As much as I am reluctant to do so, just to cut off some of the busy work in case those fellas abruptly decide, you know what, heck, this child in particular. Do I need to fall down the hole, actually? Yeah. I do want to fall down this hole. And then... Was this not... Okay, no. It's like, am I stuck here? No, there's another hole. And then I should be able to climb up to the entrance to this place. And then restore my health and save. And then progress the correct way. And then hopefully Ari does not get dogpiled by 4 Clockwork Knights simultaneously. As funny as it is. This poor boy just... He's probably thinking like, man, heck my life. Just constantly. This might as well happen. Everything is terrible and bad. So very, hashtag relatable. So many terrible things happening beyond his control. Nobody listens to him or takes him seriously. often gets the impression that whatever you say is completely irrelevant because people will choose to hear what they want. Unfortunately, unlike Ari, I don't have a cute little headband, though. I'm missing out. Okay, was it this staircase I wanted to remember where the heck I'm going? Yeah. No, wait, no, the one up here. This is where I'm going. Okay. Original was N64 and PlayStation. Second game was N64, PlayStation, Dreamcast, Game Boy Color. Gosh, remember those days when stuff would be ported to like both the PlayStation and the N64? And then sometimes you'd get weird Game Boy Color ports of stuff too, which didn't really fit, just like technical limitations wise. I tried, oh, what was it on? I want to say it was the Game Boy Color. Maybe it was the GBA. Somehow that feels generous though, but Space Channel 5, like just like a port of the original Space Channel 5, put on like the Game Boy Color. I know there's DDR on there too, which you just play with the buttons. Okay, are we good? I have to give Kiesling his book. Ghostologos. Ghostolology. I mean, I don't know if giving Ari that, the holly really made much of a difference, let's be real, but why not? Surely the luck stat does something, right? Yeah, it was not good, but I had to try it, because I'm like, wow, there's another Space Channel 5 game, because I desperately wanted more, and then I found out, oh, it's not good. That man looks like he has a circuit board on his tie. Do computers exist in this universe? I don't know. Cell phones do, apparently. And horses. Those are the two big things you need to confirm when playing any sort of JRPG. 1. Do horses exist in this universe? 2. Do cell phones exist in this mobile universe? Mobile universe? In this universe. Mobile. Ugh. Okay. Oh, Kiesling's going first today. How odd. Sure, let's try Storm and we'll hear the horrible sound it makes. And then Roz, I'm gonna have wait. So Ari can use Overdrive on her. The music that plays on the title screen in this game is called Emotional Universe, which is close enough. I'm trying to remember. When you initially load up this game before having a save file... Oh boy. Is there music on the title screen? I was trying to remember. Boy, please don't die, Ari. Oh, they didn't even go for him. I thought they were. Just kidding. I won't do that. Okay, I'm gonna use it on Roz again. Oh, maybe I can't because she's about to execute it, so never mind. Let's have Ari then wait a second. And then Kiesling, I'm gonna have use an item on himself. What? He healed himself, you saw it. And then he just died immediately after, okay. Super shield. Don't do that. Oh boy, what a mess this is. I hope Rosalind can heal herself in time. Nope. Holy moly. Do I need to level grind for this? I might need to, like, grind for this. Thanks, dude. Alright. End me. You know what? I'm dead. You don't have to throw papers at me, dude. I'm dead. Yeah, maybe I just need to fight some ghosts. Or yeah, see if there's better equipment. That's what I'm wondering, because they do so much damage if they gang up on me. Let's fight a couple ghosts in the meantime, whilst Bagtree kindly finds some intel to see if there's maybe equipment that I'm missing. And in the meantime, we're stuck with Heya Hopla Hopla Hey. I guess let's go beat up some ghosts in the interim. Not like there's a shortage of them. Ghosts. 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 Anybody? Of course, now when I need experience, no one is showing up. Maybe because I beat up all the urns. There's gotta be somebody. Come on. When I just wanted to stand in the corner and innocently observe my map. Maybe if I go back to the first floor, because they seem to be spawning there. Huh. Well. Ghost herd, I don't like grinding. They won't play Tony Hawk with me. I'm so lonely. Okay. Maybe the title screen music is called Emotional Universe because you're emotional after facing an abrupt difficulty spike at random intervals. Oh, new items for people in Madrill at the start of Chapter 4. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, well, hang on. Let's go kit ourselves out with some better gear. So hopefully these knights do not do ludicrous amounts of damage. I hope that's enough. Madrill's the one just north of me, right? Right? You can't expect me to remember where stuff is on a map. Can I not get past this stuff? I can't. I cannot get past this foliage. These grasses are too much. I guess they're just too prickly to navigate through. Oh, hello. See, you're not the ghost I want. You don't really give me any experience, but you take too long to kill, so... I'm just gonna book it, I think. Now, this is not counterintuitive to my ploy of getting stronger. Because trying to get stronger by fighting a bunch of Rattos and a couple of elephants are not going to make me as strong as I'd like. Maybe if I fought some in real life. But I like elephants and Rattos. I don't want to fight them. They are my... Oh, hello, bird's nest. Why is that there? It's just for flavor? Oh. Is this ghost's nest? I'll see what I mean? Like, they take too long, and I have no good AoE except for Ari's burst. So, I'm just gonna scoop. Oh, posture check and hydrate, thank you. I did finish my tea, finally. Now, was it a good idea to drink tea so late in the evening? Well, I don't know. It was green tea, genmaicha, so it's not as caffeinated as it could have been. On the flip side, I also had to take some medication which can make me really drowsy. So we'll see. Maybe they'll balance each other out. Like that Tumblr post that says what happens if you mix NyQuil and Dayquil. Or no, it's like if you're mixing NyQuil and Dayquil to get Quill. Somebody asking, what does Quill do? And someone replying, all the time, all the time. It is a weekend, that is true. But I am streaming a bunch this weekend, I mean for me. You know, streaming tomorrow afternoon and then also as a guest on Luce's stream on Sunday. Lots of talking for me. You've had to abstain from tea after 6 p.m. It's hard, isn't it? Sometimes when I get home from work, I like having a cup of tea or coffee, but sometimes I get home from work and I'm like, I'm just so burnt out that I need a nap. And then if I do that, I can't have my tea because it'll be too late in the evening for it. Well, I say too late in the evening, but I try not to ingest anything with caffeine after like 3 or even 2 if I feel really persnickety. Which one's the item shop? Well, that one's the bar. Why can't it be like Tinel with the big signs everywhere? Oh, you're not at the shop. You're baby gangs. Not interested in baby gangs. Carry on. Shop other one. Where is shop this one? And their sister location, that one. Wait, what did it... What does it happen? I go in and then I just get ejected right away. Do I turn around or something without realizing it? Oh, this is the inn. Okay, this was the Heroes Guild. This is, I think, a private residence. That's the inn. That's not it. That's the bar. Is the shop over here on the other side of town? Is it this building? Stan flipped everyone off. Walked out. Here's the shop. Okay. Well, they don't have anything better here. But I will take some more healing items. Definitely take more of those. Yeah, let's just buy 10. And maybe I'll get some more of these too. Nope. There we go. I still don't know what that does. Okay, oh, I haven't seen you yet. People call me the Wandering Peddler. These products are my pride and joy. I've collected them from all over the world. Okay, do you have the good stuff for me? You do. Omnislice sword. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I have enough bank to buy everything I need. Is the ghost pictorial better than... No, right? Let's get a new sword for Roz. Oh, spending so much money. What I really need is armor. Recovers from KO. Cures confusion. Cures saints. Attack again with zeal. Villain's charm. Buh. Rust off charm as if youth returned. Has richness of earth in fall. Releases seal. Envelops with spring flower scent. Cures lock. So many status effects I have not heard of. Well, we don't have enough money for Guten Kiesling's armor, but, well, I guess I could sell some stuff that I don't need to. That is an option. But for now, let's kit ourselves out. I was like, where is it? Omnislice sword. There it is. Oh, and it makes my luck go up, too. Wow. Alright, and I have... durable outfit. Okay. It's not really a big increase, but maybe this is one of those games where just a couple of points makes a fairly significant difference. Oh no, he doesn't have the new book. I hadn't picked it up in this timeline. So I'll go back and get it before I do that fight. Okay. Do we want to equip a better Kiesling? I mean, it would be good to have 3 people alive, but... yeah, let's just sell a couple of these. Well, even if I do, I'm not gonna have enough money for anything, really, so... what I should ask, really, before I start selling things willy-nilly, is does this game have any sort of synthesis option or some other way that surprisingly makes use of previously used equipment? Like, for instance, Final Fantasy IX, and how you can inadvertently lock yourself out of really good equipment because you don't have, like, certain mithril weapons to synthesize with because you sold them, and then later you realize, oh, I need these to make this even better sword, but surprise, the only town that sold them is no longer accessible for plot reasons. Sorry. Hey, good of me to ask that after selling a few items. Okay, good to know, thank you. Status effects like ennui and taxes. I too suffer from ennui and taxes. Can anything cure me of that? Please? I'm so sick of this ennui. Good to know. Like, not even for synthesis necessarily, just a game pulling like, oh, by the way, this seemingly random item actually has another use. Oh, did you sell it? Oh, too bad. Well, you should have shelled out for the strategy guide. I'm sure it's old hat for a lot of you. But if anyone wasn't aware, the strategy guide for Final Fantasy IX, not that I've seen it in person, but I've seen pictures of it, and it's woefully unfinished, let's say. It is not thorough because a lot of it says, go to our website for more detailed information on how to do this section of the game. Which, A, is completely undermining the purpose of having a physical strategy guidebook in the first place, but B, because that website is no longer up now, the strategy guide is completely useless, and all that information is lost. Thanks, Squeenix. Nope, 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 nope. You're not worth my time! Have a good nap, Boogie. Best of luck recovering from the jet lag. Ugh. Even only a couple hours difference, you don't realize how much it affects you. Like, being on the east coast of the United States, where it's 2 hours later than I'm accustomed to, is nominally not a big difference. But it's enough to think like, gee, ideally I should be in bed by now, but I'm still awake because my brain thinks it's only 8 o'clock. On the flip side, it does make it easier to get up really early in the morning, which is what I'd always want to do at the hotel to get breakfast, because I'd hate the crowds so much. Like, if you ever go to a hotel that has, like a continental breakfast or whatever, make sure you always go as soon as possible, because if you wait too long, then it gets crowded with families. Please don't tell me I have to re-break all the jars and the doors are no longer open, because that would be really mean. Where was... Am I... No, I'm not on the right floor. Hang on. I need to... Is this where I need to go? Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I hope Bao Bao is of assistance. Cats are usually pretty good about making sure you stay comfy and cozy in bed. I had to take a nap this afternoon because I was completely wiped out. This is not the right way. Not just from work, but also my physio yesterday, doing all those exercises and stretches. Not heck. You know, it was like a... Oh, these are new fellas. Oh, how Halloween-y. Cute. A tough golem. It was a good workout, but my muscles are very sore from all of that. So I was just totally worn out, and I had to have a little nap, so Onyx came and sat with me. I was not a very tough golem. And he even did the thing where, I guess he saw like a magpie or something outside, because he just abruptly stood up and looked at the window and went, meow, 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 meow. Not a lot. He didn't chatter a lot, but a little. And he doesn't meow very often, so it was cute. What is this thing I got? I scrolled over it. Was it the Clarity Charm? That thing? Oh, no, I don't want to use that. Okay, well, it seems like things are still open. Now that my map is no longer filled out, I must admit I'm slightly turned around trying to navigate this place. Or not open, rather. It's no longer filled in. It's like I remember where I have to go relative to what it said on the mini-map, but... oh, this is not correct. That's right, I got better sword. I guess it really made a difference. Yeah, this is not where I need to go. Ohayou gozaimasu, Belle. Your cats love that you're often awake at night. They get attention 24/7 that way. I don't know about you, but I usually feel just more creative at nights. I don't know why that is exactly. Okay, I want to go back up to another floor. This is not correct. Excuse me, ghost. I'm having... I can't go down that way. There's no door. I'm having a crisis here. This is the way I need to go. No. Yeah, less distractions both online and off. I think is a big part of it. Yeah, let's get rid of these and see if it goes better. Or not defend, wait. Than previously. That might be it. People are more inspired when the world is silent. Oh, I forgot I had that. Powerless. Decrease enemy attack power. Well, that could be good for the boss fight coming up. I also find I just feel more focused at night. Oh, that actually finished them off. Better equipment seems to be making a difference. Who knew? Wow. Okay. Good job, everybody. Not you, Kiesling. Never you. We're gonna get out of this escapeless abyss, and then we're never gonna have to look at Kiesling's face again, because I assume we'll get a new party member shortly afterwards. Okay, I just need to figure out... Thinking... It was, like, above me, wasn't it? But I'm not seeing the path to actually get there. I thought there was, like, a doorway or something around here that I can't get to. I'm just not remembering where things were. Maybe I have to go in the hole. I guess it's like Paper Mario, where one more damage makes a load of difference. This isn't where I need to go at all. Oh, bother. Oh, I didn't want to fight the jar again. Oh, everything is terrible. Oh, well, I mean... I knew this was going to happen playing an RPG, that we'd have to spend a lot of time just fighting guys. And just hanging out and chatting. Everything is terrible except my sword. It's true. I'm glad I have a better sword. I feel like I've heard that weird sound effect in another game. That horrible, like, groan of the damned. What game? I'm not sure. I just feel like I've heard it somewhere. Like, Alone in the Dark or some other old PC game. You know, back in the days of very unsophisticated death sounds. Good job, Ari. Oh yeah, that's right, the TIE fighter sound. Like, yeah, a lower pitched version of that. Okay, what's up these stairs? I think it was just another urn I could break, right? Yeah, there was just an urn in this room, so that's not helpful to me. What I need to do is get back to, like, the section of the first floor that's sort of cut off from the entrance area of the first floor. So I should maybe heal Roz here before terrible things happen. Okay. So what staircase will take me to where I need to go? I have to remember, and that's a problem. That is a problem. Nope, not fighting you, Ghost. Not fighting you, Ghost. Where's the door? Can't see. Oh, there's the door. There's a ghost in front of it. Oh, it's these fellas again. Like jack-o'-lantern faces would make them cute and non-threatening. Good job, Kiesling. Did like 3 damage. Uh-oh. Yeah, somehow you'd think that would hurt more. Okay. They are very cute in shapes. This game continues to impress with its very cute enemy designs, and I appreciate it. Okay, thinking here. What about these stairs on the far end? Would those get me anywhere useful? Who was the composer for this game, I wonder? They certainly made some choices. Okay. Yeah, this is where I need to be. Okay. Don't fight the urn, because I don't need to fight the urn. And don't fall in a hole. Oh, that's right. No, I fought this urn and then it opens the door. Oh, not you. Your recollection is that the soundtrack is just credited to Project Bokumao. Oh, that's cute. Do I want to fight these guys? Should I maybe. Hopefully I don't regret this. I mean, I am going to regret attacking with Kiesling, just generally. Wait, why did I mash through Roz's turn? Whatever. What does that lock-on do? I don't know. Oh boy, poison, great. Oh, this is Kiesling's move. I'm gonna have him use an item on Ari just in case. Since we've seen how quickly things can go horribly wrong. Okay, and now I can use Burst finally. Please, Roz, before they all attack Ari, please. Ah! Do you remember offhand if status effects in this game generally all go away after combat? Like how poison seems to? I love it when games do that. It just makes things so much easier for me. But I know some games, like, certain status effects go away after combat, but some persist. You don't recall. Perhaps we will find out. Also, good evening, Tenrose. How are you? We are still in the escapeless abyss an hour later. Learn Speedy? Oh, does that just up everyone's ATB meter filling? Which actually would be pretty convenient. Oh, let's see. Increases speed of action bar. Yeah, alright. Okay, this is where I need to go. And then is it this one over here? Yeah. Okay. There is a lot of extremely in-depth Star Wars lore out there, is my second-hand observation of the whole thing. Which on one hand, it's, you know, it's cool if one is a fan of something and that you have all of that extra content to delve into. On the other hand, I don't know, I feel like you might risk ruining some of the magic if you over-explain things. I don't know, I guess it depends. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use Mend on Ari. So we're like mostly healed. Eh, whatever. It's maybe a little excessive, but let's make sure we're all healthy and hearty and hale. I don't think there's anything else I need to do before this fight. So hopefully this time it will go better now that we actually have good equipment. Let's go smack a CEO. I like to imagine that I am, by doing this, smacking every CEO out there. And they're all just going to feel a sudden sharp stinging pain across their face, for reasons unbeknownst to them. But they'll grow a conscience from that action. I will make him feel CE-owned. Yeah, I think extended lore, if done well, will benefit this setting. The issue is sometimes they might go overboard. I think it's beneficial to leave some things ambiguous or up to the imagination. Okay, let's see. Speedy. I didn't think it would be multi-target, but it would have been nice to imagine. Let's speed up Rosalind since she does more damage. Jeff Bezos, you dumb schmuck. Okay, I don't know what rage does. Makes me nervous when I don't know what a move does. You know, let's do overdrive. Actually, I want to have Rosalind. If I use overdrive on her, I assume it would save it until I actually use an attack, because I want to have her use that powerless thing first. It's a fun battle theme, I concur. Oh, but it only works on one, of course. Then let's focus on getting rid of the, oh, I don't have burst ready yet. Okay, never mind. Let's use powerless on this guy. Please, don't kill Ari. Don't kill Ari, please. Please. Oh, boy. Okay, time to use this Bountiful Nut and pray desperately that it goes off before somebody dies. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Share the bounty. Share the bounty. Thank you, I think. Yeah, even with the new armor, these guys really hurt. Jeez. Did I already use Burst on Rosalind again? I think I didn't. What I could do in the interim maybe is just do some healing. Oh boy. She does have Burst available, okay. Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, man! They all just decide to go for the same character simultaneously. It's like, well, you're dead. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Well, I at least got rid of one of them, so that's good. Ari is almost dead, though, so that's very bad. I mean, I've got two of them dead now, though, so maybe I'll try and get rid of at least another one before reviving Kiesling, so he has less chance of being immediately struck down. Oh, no! No! Oh, come on! Oh, come on! No! Guess who gets to do the walk of shame back again? And Ari lost a level. Or rather, I gained a level and then I lost it because we died. Ugh. It was progress. But, yeah, those guys just decide to gang up on you. Ow. Does any friendly ghosties want to attack me in here? Well, I have to go find the way forward again, so. I'm trying to think if I could adjust my strategy then. Because, you know, if you get your tail kicked in twice in an RPG fight, you think, okay, I need to reevaluate my approach, but I'm not really sure what I could be doing differently. Maybe if I, instead of trying to use burst, I just focused on individual knights and just tried to take them out with everyone as quickly as possible before they can completely overwhelm us. I still don't know if that will be an effective strategy, because the issue is the knights are so powerful that if they all decide to gang up on a single character, as you saw, they're basically completely toast. Utterly hosed. Yeah, having the main character die leading to an instant game over is kind of a frustrating mechanic, and I get it in a bubble here, so to speak. Like, it makes sense story-wise, because why would Stan help out Roz or Kiesling? He only cares about his vessel. And maybe Rosalind thinks, okay, well, the kid's dead, that sucks. But, not even that sucks, like, that's unfortunate. But there's no more Stan, so really it's a net gain for me. Oh, where did I have to go again? I needed to drop down from a hole somewhere, I think. Nope, 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 nope. Or is this just leading me to the little room that has, like, one jar in it? No, no, this is... Okay. That's right. I mean, Ari did gain a level beforehand. Maybe it's worth trying to grind out that level again. Yeah, there's no save point outside the boss room. It's not that bad, relatively speaking, because most of the rigmarole in this dungeon I've already done. With going around destroying urns and opening the... Oh, hello, donut crabs. The gates that were blocking these staircases. So a lot of the busy work is already done, and I just have to walk back to the boss. But it's just having to do the whole walk of shame. Like, come on. Or the Audinos when you need them. I always felt a little bad beating them up. I mean, obviously not bad enough to not do it. It was great finding an Audino. Like, wow, an experienced pinata that only ever seems to use entrainment on me. So thanks, Audino. Audino. Every time I say a Pokemon name out loud, I feel like the Pokemon Stadium announcer, egregiously mispronouncing something, unbeknownst to themselves. I think I will, like, try and gain that level back, and also go back and save again, so it's just so I have my map properly documented. But I will go down here, just so I can get the book for Kiesling. What a goofy-sounding item get fanfare. The armors are going to be weak to ice, thank you. The sight of Audinos was so pleasant to you that you wound up really liking them as a Pokemon. It's kind of funny how that worked. Why now, Stanley? Hey, slave! Fights aren't just attacks and defense. You mustn't forget psychological terrorism. Now, show me what you've got. Tell these worthless creatures what you really think of them. I mean, these are all good. I mean, do I riff on their sartorial sense? Or their intelligence? Or the fact that they're living tragically below the poverty line? That's a low blow. A greasy-haired... and... spineless... More! Lousy gamer! Oh, the ultimate dig. Let me see. You say a greasy-haired, spineless, lousy gamer? Yeah, that may work on 5-year-olds. How did I get stuck with this half-wit? Where did I go wrong? Look, Stan, I don't know what words you're gonna give me. You gotta work with me here, Stanley. And if I'm not living up to your expectations, maybe you need to train me better, huh? Like, sit Ari down and teach him all the cool swears. This boy does not know any swears. Maybe he does, actually. Maybe Ari, in fact, knows all the swears. But he's too passive-aggressive to actually use them out loud. But he's thinking them. Of the 2 walkthroughs on GameFAQs, one of them was made using the Japanese version of this game and calls the boss Big Business Demon, giving absolutely no information on how to beat him. Great. And the other is like, keep Ari's HP above 50. Cool. I mean, not bad advice, but it would be nice to know if they had, like, certain weaknesses or what their attacks did or something. That would, you know, I don't think that's too much to ask for, is it? Okay, let's heal. And then I'm gonna go back to the save point, so we don't have to do all that rigmarole again, if worse comes to worse, but it won't. 3rd time's the charm. I haven't mentioned it here, and I didn't try out a ton because I was very tired. But I actually wound up picking up this game in Japanese. And mostly I wanted to see how characters like Stan talked. I didn't really play far enough to get much Stan because I had to stop at the time because I was very fatigued, but I was surprised that I could actually understand a lot more than I anticipated I could. Which was very heartening. Like, yeah, there's gaps in my vocabulary and some kanji that I don't recognize, but like I could follow the story and generally what people were saying, and that was really cool. I will say off the top of my head, so Ari is not Ari in Japanese, it's Ruka. Although I renamed him Ari anyway, because I feel like I would get confused if it wasn't Ari. But other characters I've encountered so far are the same. Ari's mom is incredibly weird in both languages, which I appreciate very much. She has a very, like, a girly, cutesy way of talking. Which I guess fits how she talks here. James is still James, by the way. I wanted to know was James a product of the localization? Did he have a more different butler name in Japanese? No, it's still James. Okay, and then I want, yeah, this staircase past the cow skull. The fact based on the Japanese version is like, this game has some hard kanji in it. Shout out to your girlfriend for helping, or shout out to my girlfriend for helping me. Aw. Oh, that was very kind of the writer's girlfriend to do them a solid. I gave Kiesling his book, right? I think I did. I didn't. Oops. Okay, there we go. Now I gave Kiesling his book. Okay. Now we're gonna beat up Jeff Bezos. At the bottom of this torture dungeon. Yeah, that was the thing I was trying not to let happen, was getting hung up on stuff that I didn't recognize. I mean, I'd still be pulling out my dictionary like, oh, I don't know this word. You know, let's find out what it means. Or like, I recognize one kanji in this compound word, but not both. Or that I recognize both, but not in tandem. I wonder how you read them together. But if I get stuck on like every word I don't know, then it takes me a million years to get anywhere. This time for sure it'll be Rip Bozos. I like to think they're still together. Maybe both much more fluent in Japanese, playing weird JRPGs together. Okay. It says enemy group ice attack, but it's just a single target, which is very disappointing. Let's have Kiesling... Ugh, hiccup. Oh, Kiesling didn't learn his speedy attack because we lost that level. Oh, whatever. That's fine. It's not really fine. I do have... yeah, the frozen bottle. Let's try that on steel armor. And then Ari... cast sleep spell. But again, single target, I think. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try it. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Contractual boss immunity. Okay. Maybe I can try overdrive again on Roz. Oh boy. Jeez, two of them hit Kiesling, and look how much health he lost. Criminy. Is he gonna recover himself before dying pathetically? Unknown. Nope. let's have Roz use Burst. Oh boy, oh boy. What I should do is use an energy flower and then try and use the bountiful nut. Wait, no, no. Okay. You know, Stan, if you ever felt like contributing, this would be a great time for it. Oh, they're all dead! Oh, yay! Well, that's convenient. Okay, hopefully we can throw off this recovery item. Please don't kill Ari. Dear God, do not kill Ari. Please defend yourself. Scary. Okay, okay, we're okay. We're okay. For now. Throwing paperwork at the lad. Okay, hopefully we should be alright now. GameFAQs started on November 5th, 1995. What? That's almost its birthday. Ow, ow, ow. Just backhanding this child. Why are so many people slapping Ari? And hopefully we should be okay now that all of his cronies are dead. So all four of them can't decide to gang up on a single character. I think I will have Ari heal himself, though, just in case. 11 more days until its 29th birthday. That's so weird to think about. People still make guides and post them on there, right? And do people still, like, put charming, how do you say it, ASCII art? You know, that stuff? It's been so long since I've had to say it out loud. Stan! Contributing with a mighty 189 damage. Could you do that more often, please? I feel like that using that attack is not worth it. I don't really want to have to hear the screams of the damned every time Kiesling does a move. Surely we have run through this man adequately by now. Do I want to heal? I'm a little paranoid. I think I will heal. I don't think he's gonna do some abrupt super move that will kill Ari. But all the same... Let's try Frost again. Kiesling strikes you as a Star Wars fan. He's definitely like one of those really unbearable fans about it, right? That, like, gets all gatekeepy and talks about how, like, oh, the original movies were better. And I mean, like, you're allowed to say the original movies were better. But it just it says it in a really annoying way that it makes you not want to agree with him. You know? Like, how does that meme go? Like, worst person you met just made a great point. Like, I don't want to agree with this man just on principle, regardless of what he says. Oh, we did it! Oh, finally. Freedom. From the escapeless abyss. I can go back to the story, which is what we're all here for. Hata, good job, Roz. Oh, and there's Speedy again. We don't care about that. That's a lot of experience. Ah, again, I feel my dark power returning to me. Good. Another step towards becoming the great evil king. So, former Chairman Evil King. How's this for the power of the real Evil King? What am I doing here? Where in the world am I? Well, you don't really think you can kid us like that, do you? Oh, not working, huh? Really? Just kidding. I had to have some fun with it. But actually, something is strange. For so many years now, I thought I only cared about making money. And I worked very hard for my evil business ventures. But one day, for some reason, I felt this urge to spread rumors about heroes. Even though I knew that I wasn't going to make a penny off of it. Completely out of character. I used to think conquering the world wasn't for me. I want to own the world, not conquer it. But something made me forget all of that. Made me obsessed with things I'd never cared about. Come to think of it, I have no idea why I ended up in this cave. Don't know how or why I'm here anymore. It seemed really clear just a few minutes ago. I don't understand. Not at all. Mr. X, former Chairman Evil King, does the deepest end of the sewer mean anything to you? Oh yes, I don't know why, but I had the feeling that something was at the deepest end of the sewer. Yes, I'm certain that I was dreaming of being there when I was close to conquering the world. Oh, you were dreaming about it. No wonder you couldn't perform much evil. You have to get out there and do. But anyway, hey, you, slave! Despite beating 3 evil kings, my magic power is still not at its peak. That means there are more false evil kings out there. So, why don't I have information on where they are? They must be hiding from me. But why? Come on, speak up. Speak your minds. Maybe you smell, Stanley. Maybe they're on vacation. Fool slave! It's because they're afraid of moi, Stan the Evil King. I like that wasn't even an option to suggest they're afraid of Stan. I could say they're afraid of the princess and her huge, huge eyes, but not you, Stan. Oh, stupid can a human get? Stupid, stupid, stupid human! Shh! You self-proclaimed Evil King? How dare you abuse my servant? But it does seem, so long as we can see from the map of evil kings that there are other evil kings, then somehow we shall have to hunt them down and get them. My, I find this quite a pleasure. Your Highness, a pleasure? But it's us who will be doing the actual fighting. Well, let's ask the loser ex-evil king here. Is there anything you know that you can tell us? Oh yeah, about the other evil kings. Well, I don't know their specific locations or forms, but I do have some information I can give you. Walk a little ways from here and you'll find a strange statue. They say that there is a transverse tunnel. Transverse tunnel? And what could that be? Oh, so even the royalty doesn't know. They say that it is a path for supplying materials and workers, from the outside world to the evil kings in this world. I've never used it myself, though. I see. So you're saying that if we wait there is a possibility of other evil kings showing up. But if it were such an important pathway, wouldn't you need a special device or key to get in? Ever the scholar. Yes, and I have the device. I will give it to you, Your Highness. But only if you promise to let me go home from here safely. Fine, I shall promise. Rosalind, is that acceptable with you too? Yes. To be honest, I pity evil kings after I beat them. They seem more powerless than ordinary ghosts. Oh, lady, so you pity me? You know, I'd rather you love me. What do you say? We'd make a cute couple. Forget it, I'm taking my words back. I think I should just stab you after all. Take this! Now that is enough. So then, ex-evil king, you may leave here after leaving the key with us. Oh, thank you, Your Highness. This is the key to the transverse tunnel. There you go. Already acquired miniature statue. Yeah, let Rosalind kill. Huh? Hey, you just dropped something else. Isn't this another important item? Huh? What is it? Oh, this. This is nothing. This is just something I've had ever since I can remember being bad. I haven't the slightest idea what it's used for. If you want it, take it. Just being generous. Aren't I a swell guy? Already acquired bell tube? Well, then I'll be on my way. Going home to do an honest job of being a loan shark. Whoa. I wonder if I did the right thing.
He is now nothing but an insignificant villain. No one I shall be concerned about. Well, Ari, my shoes are soiled again. Of course, it is your fault. Thus, I grant you the honor of shining my shoes. Hurry up and get moving.
Do I get to scuff him first?
But I am joking. I recognize that you have fought well in your own way. I honor you. So then, Ari, back to town we go. I am rather hungry.
Thus the chairman, Evil King, was eliminated, restoring peace to the town of Madril. But the road ahead is still long for the self-proclaimed Evil King, the selfish princess, the hero with her parasol, and the ghost professor. And for this most unlucky boy,
I'm here too.
what misfortune yet still lies ahead?
Yeah, when they say Stan is a self-proclaimed evil king, I wonder if the twist is that he was never an evil king at all. But he usurps the power from all the other evil kings you've defeated, and thus becomes a proper evil king in his own right. Nobody tell me if I'm right. I just think it would be funny. I'm gonna actually go back in here and then just hit that save point real quick. We should be fine, but I'm not doing that again. Are you sick of this music yet? Blah, oh, blah, hey. Oop, hang on, there we go. Save. Alright. We shall hoopla hoopla hey no more. Until the music is reused in another dungeon, probably. Okay. Doko ni iku no? Where am I going now? I guess back to Madril. Do I need to go back to the sewers now? Let's see. I can check this too. At the end of the lightless path, a sign of he who seeks to fight. Alone in a dead world, the prospect of you excites his blood. Alright. Very normal. Normal, non-threatening thing to say. A miniature statue. Mysterious statue leading to the transverse tunnel. Where's my bell tube? From Chairman Evil King doesn't work. Cool. There's probably so many side quests that I'm missing out on because I don't know what to do with these things. Seems like nothing happened, so I have to take this somewhere. Oh. This isn't where I would need to, go to the tree stump that I cannot actually get through. Is it? It's not really worth fighting these frogs. I'm just gonna leave. I really don't like grinding away in RPGs, because it feels like a waste of experience, but knowing how long it would take to get rid of all those frogs for the fairly minuscule item payout, I don't know, it just doesn't feel worth it. Ugh. Oh goodness, don't start yawning. It's not time for yawning yet. I mean, I did, again, take that medication that makes me sleepy, but I had a nap this afternoon and I'm fine. I can tank it. Put me in, coach. I love that there's a bird's nest up there. Why is it up there? I don't know. Maybe it's like a mourning dove nest, except it's too sensibly constructed for that. Pretend RPG stands for running properly from grinding. I mean, it's not very efficient grinding. That's the thing. Like, there's grinding in that you're trying to take down, like, a stone wall with a pickaxe, and then there's grinding in that you're trying to take down a stone wall with a Q-tip, you know? Well, I guess I'll go back to Madril for now. And then figure out where I'm going next. Why are they always ditching Ari? Every town I go into, everybody runs ahead. How many people have died, you think? Like, falling off this precipice? Like, coming home from a night of rowdy drinking. And maybe it's pillowy soft down there. I don't know what they've got down there. What? What? You don't see, okay, you don't say anything different. Thanks, I think. I'm not intending to be morbid. It's just when I play a game, I engage with a story, a piece of media. I like to meet it where it's at. And accept the universe and all its foibles that it has constructed. But that also means I'm going to start wondering, like, okay, logistically, somebody has definitely fallen off this, right? What's this I hear? Some girl named Linda's in town. Apparently she's some singer, an idol or something. She's singing on the streets. I don't really understand it. Oh, I don't care much for noise. And you know, the boys that are fans can be somewhat strange. And is she all that cute anyway? I wasn't half bad either when I was a young thing. I'd give a wink and boys would get weak knees on the spot. What am I saying? How embarrassing. Oh, I mean, you can still be an idol. Live your dreams. I want to go check out that tree. Again. I was looking at the slang words in my Japanese dictionary today. Just because I realized, oh, it has a list of slang words. I wonder if there's some interesting slang words in there. And I am reminded of one I saw that was iradoru, which is a portmanteau of ira and idoru, meaning like an annoying TV personality. An annoying idol. Iradoru. And another good one was, so like mass media is often shortened to maskomi, mass communications. And apparently there's a slang term that's a riff on that. Kasugomi, which is a combination of kasu, meaning like the dregs of something, and gomi as in garbage. And the dictionary helpfully translated this particular term as lamestream media, which I thought was very good. I don't think I can open this yet, but I'm gonna keep poking at it until I figure out where I'm taking the statue. I mean, there is this Stewart? No, sewer, not the Stewart in Madrill. Yeah, my dictionary has opinions, apparently. I am thinking about the name Stewart because I saw an episode of the show Taskmaster the other day that involved a plush camel named Stewart going into the blender more than once. Will camels blend? No. Okay, it's nothing. I can't like open this with not that with the statue, right? No, I didn't think so. I had to go back here and look. You don't see anything different, do you? No loafing by the big tree hole. You never know. And Taskmaster is really good. I've been watching the seasons, not in any particular order, mostly like, do I recognize any of the comedians in this? I would love a vector for where the statue gets used, yes. Because I'm not 100% sure, look at this creature, 100% sure where I ought to be going. You could sell, like, toys of this thing, but I think they would have to be one of those toys that's marked as, like, a collector's item, not for young children, because you know someone would impale themselves on that cute horn. Okay, so north is in back of the other entrance or exit of Madrill, I guess, on the upper level. On the plane's eastern edge. I guess that would explain why there is a save point there. Thinking that's an odd place to put a save point. I wonder if there's something significant nearby that just isn't apparent yet. I guess this game really just expects you to run around and talk to people and figure it out until you trip whatever arbitrary flag allows you to progress. But you know what? Still worlds better than something where I have to fight with a text parser. The other guide says just a little southeast of the last dungeon. The opposite information. Oh no. Well, I'm going to assume that maybe it's near the save point that's out in the field. I don't think every classic RPG is this obtuse. Well, I wouldn't say Okage is obtuse. It's more arbitrary. That the event flags you wind up tripping can feel arbitrary. I wouldn't call it obtuse, necessarily. I mean, I haven't beaten it yet. Maybe my opinion will change. I'm trying to think, what is it like an RPG I've played that is really obtuse? But then I tend to steer away from games that I know will likely just frustrate me. Like Myst. You know, I enjoy puzzle solving, but Myst, I think, just has too much rigmarole for me to get into. Too much backtracking and running about. North from Rashula, okay. So I guess one of them was writing from the perspective of you've just left this dungeon, and the other was, for some reason, writing from the perspective of where Rashula is? Well, as long as we get there eventually. Yeah, that's not very much experience. That's not worth it. I hope this game is not going to keep track of all the times you run from combat and then, like, roast you for it or otherwise deny you some item or bonus. Or it could be like... Was it Final Fantasy V that had, like, the chicken knife or, like, the more you ran away? Maybe it was 6. One of them had the chicken knife where the more you run away, the more damage it does. They also had the brave knife, which would would lose power the more you ran away. Okay, I'm gonna hit up the save point. Ghost, stop it. Rashula's stone circle should be active now anyway. Maybe. The game's certainly not gonna tell you. Okay. So east of here. Excuse me, Ghost. Excuse me. I really don't want to fight you all. I'm just trying to find a thing. Statue embedded in the cliffside. I'm finding a statue embedded in the cliffside. I may sneeze. Oh. Blah. It's okay, I'll use Stan as a tissue. He doesn't mind, right? Oh, this looks... Huh. Okay. Use miniature statue. Alright. It sounded like a monkey sound from Monkey Ball. What, my sneeze? Oh, this has some crunch. What's the instrument that's, you know, you rub a stick against sort of the ribbed edge of like a wooden oval. I'm not describing it well. I can't think of what it's called. I feel like it starts with a G. Made you want to invest in Banana Rumble. I've heard good things about that one. It's cold. Hey, there's nothing here. I don't see any goods. I guess the ex-chairman lied to us, didn't he?
Indeed, it seems there is nothing we can do here. I do not care for this cold either. Shall we go back, Ari? Make me a cup of tea when we get back to the hotel.
No, wait! Come out! You over there! You don't order me to come out. I'll come out on my own. What the... Is that someone's voice? It sounds like a squashed frog. Sorry, let me do my best squashed frog. Hey, I am a terror from hell possessing the ultimate fighting technique. The exciting executioner, the wild danger. Big bull bulldozer, making an entrance. Hey! This man is definitely played by Danny DeVito. Whoa, he's a live one. What are you? I've got no time to trifle with a muscle-bound meathead. Go home and inflate that husk of yours a bit more. I don't think so. I'm also known as Big Bull. It was worthwhile waiting here. If you want to keep calling yourself an evil king, then fight me. The one, only, and reigning champ of the underworld is me. Darn, there really is an evil king. Stan, is anything wrong? No, infuriating hero woman. Oh, I see. You are moved because finally somebody noticed that you were the evil king. Shut up, you pleated face. I am merely excited at the prospect of defeating this oaf and coming ever closer to world conquest. Now just smash this bloated imbecile. Ready, slaves? Hey, wait a minute. Well, what's wrong now, lummox? Lost your fire? I was just kind enough to take you up on your offer. Has the grim reality of facing the awesome fury of the mighty Stan brought fear into your stout heart? Don't be so hasty to get in the ring. This venue is boring. My goal is to find and challenge strong contenders, but not here. Let's mix it up someplace more manly. So, beat feet for the prize fight arena for Evil Kings, the big tree hole in the Tunnel Forest. Catch me if you can. Every time. Another freak. He's probably already through the tunnel. Where did he say he was going? Big tree hole in the forest, he said. It seems that evil kings prefer being underground or in labyrinths, like the chairman evil king. Damnation! Do all of those fake evil kings have that insufferable attitude? Pursue him, slave! Quick! ASAP! Now! Will we just leave? I can't explore the snowy hellscape? It's just a One Piece character. You know what? Yeah. I am here. I don't know what I can do here, though, since I have to go back to the big tree hole. Hot springs are a friend to a chilled body. Welcome to Big Bull's beloved spa. Pos Spa. Oh, no, there's ghosts in the spa, in the hot spring. I just want a capybara and some yuzu, and I got a bunch of onion babies. Sorry, an onion baby and 6 penguins, I guess. Haunted spa. Has anyone here encountered... I don't know if the full version is out. I'm not sure. But on the very first Haunted PS1 demo disc, if anyone here is familiar with that, there was a game on it called Sauna 2000. And, well, no, it's not a haunted sauna exactly. But, there is a demonic creature, let's say. And that was pretty cool. I'll have to investigate to see if, like, a full version of Sauna 2000 has come out. Those penguins do have good faces, confirmed. They remind me a bit of toucans, actually. Like penguins crossed with toucans crossed with a bread knife. It's a little harrowing fighting enemies in an area where, like, we get here and then we're told, oh, to progress you need to go back to an earlier area, thus steering me out of here. So I start thinking, you know, am I going to get my teeth kicked in by these creatures? That is a lot of experience. Yeah, wow, Well, so much better than, like, the Ratos and elephants and whatnot. Hello. I heard that there's a monster with a great body. In addition, what's even more amazing is that she is training alone. Training forever. Whoa. Isn't that amazing? She's something. By the way, dude, why don't you take a bath? It feels really good. Maybe I will do that, mole man. Oh, you're selling me things. Okay. I don't need worldly ghost. Holy moly. Look at these prices. Well, I could buy a coat for Kiesling, but also why would I do that? Kind of weird that this is so much cheaper than everything else. Bunny charm? Relaxing? No way! Cures turtle? Sommelier charm? Cures LP drain? Alarm charm? Big boss's charm? Cheerful stone? Okay. Boy, there's a lot of different status effects in here, huh? Conjurer Tux. I wonder if there's somebody who uses cool magic. Let's buy, yeah, some of these. Okay. Yeah, why is that Conjurer Tux so much? It's all the sequins. Maybe it has beetle wings hand-stitched onto it. Yo, have you heard the story of the tortoise and the pebble? I heard it in town. It's hysterical. Let me hear it. Good. You know the beginning, right? The rest goes like this. The tortoise believed the pebble was the baby and put it in a prominent place, and lived like before by the river, looking for food. The pebble was puzzled to be in this unexpected situation, but it didn't do anything, because it's a pebble. Well, the tortoise believed it was a baby so strongly that nobody would say anything, even though they were not pebbles. Meanwhile, the baby tortoise was sleeping away at the edge of the area. After a while, the baby woke up and headed home. But when it got there, it saw the tortoise calling the pebble baby. So then the baby tortoise couldn't come out. Instead, it just watched and hid at the edge of the area, because outside of the area was unknown and scary. Then, after a while, oh no, really? No, it's too funny to tell. Then it's... I can't stop laughing. Sorry, I can't tell it further. I'll tell you the rest next time. Oh, great. This is definitely a Shaggy Dog story. It's going to be absolutely not worth it, and I want to hear it anyway. Welcome. Are you staying? Make yourself at home at our special hot springs. I will, thanks. I'll also save. I kind of want to fight, like, at least another group of penguins to get some good experience. But nice to know that I can actually maybe check out the tree hole now. I'm so curious about the tree hole. The door is shut tight. Aww. Oh, I thought Roz was gonna, like, say something to me in a cutscene. No, man. I can't do anything with it, but it's here. It's delightful. Oh, hello. Huh. Who are you? I warn thee that beyond here is not the world you know. Actors should not venture too far backstage, lest curtain call the ruler's show. Cute, but uses cheesy metaphors. What? What is this? Frail shadow, if o'er all others thou seekest domination, dominion, whatever, then develop thy powers by conquering evil kings and their creepy minions. Is that the loudmouth muscle man we met? Perchance you triumph. Alas, more evil kings draw breath. It is thy role to challenge them now. Pay heed lest you stumble, fall into the depths. Nigh this, nigh that. Who are you and why is your poetry so bad? We have not told him our names either, Miss Rosalind. A tisket, a tasket, a caveat I bring. You can call me something like Phantom Evil King.
Hey, hey! You're a fake evil king too? They're everywhere, like insects.
So much for being a beautiful and unique snowflake.
Ugh. Oh, you will pay, charlatan. You needn't worry, I'm coming.
Are we getting ejected from this area and that's why we can't progress further? Too menaced by his questionable poetry. No? Okay, we didn't get ejected. But I should loiter at the tree hole now. I'm gonna go loaf at the tree hole. Mori, this isn't- I know, but what is this shiny thing over here? Hang on, hang on, hang on. It's okay, I'm gonna get shredded by this ghost. Oh, donut crab variants. Clingy crab. Get a nice little checkerboard crab. Play some chess on its back. Well, it doesn't have enough spaces, but theoretically. Okay, okay, okay. I see how it is. Cool. Alright, oh wait, we killed one! Like, oh, wait, no, we could have taken it. We could have taken it. I just backed off too soon because they killed Kiesling, but also Kiesling's terrible. Dang, that's a waste. Mini inns right there. I guess I got cocky because of, you know, like, oh, I beat up all these penguins and they gave me tons of experience. Hang on, let me revive this guy. Where you going, Raj? She's going to the hot spring. She doesn't want to deal with this. Something about the music here really reminds me of something. What? Why am I outside? I didn't press anything! Why does this keep happening? Like, I press nothing and it just ejects me. I promise I am pressing absolutely nothing. Maybe Stan, yet again, does something to make himself unwelcome. And we get thrown out. Game's cursed. I mean, the whole thing is that, you know, Ari is cursed, basically, by Stan. Penguins? Penguins. Does any, like, one more gang of ghosts wanna... Yeah. Stan was slipping under doors and stealing people's spa towels. So we could totally take these crabs. We could totally take these crabs. Maybe Kiesling can't take these crabs, but he's weak. And will be replaced. I know what they're weak to, so let's just try some stuff. Even the screams of the damned, let's try some stuff. Okay. Yeah, not good. So presumably, yeah, they're resistant to ice. Which would make sense, but you know. Oof, ouch. Weak to fire and ice and also light, or weak to fire, strong to ice and also lightning. That would make sense. I don't know how much this game sort of follows those logical rules of an enemy looks like X, ergo it must be weak to Y. Good job, Ari. I'm glad that you hear the TIE Fighter and not the screaming of the dam that I hear when he does that attack. So much damage. Yeah, I hear what Bagtree says, the whoa. Alright. How much money did these crabs have? Grind on crabs to get the Conjurer's Tuxedo. Dang, another level already. Maybe I should continue to heck up crabs with my cool fire sword. like it's bad to gain a couple levels while I'm here, just to avoid the whole trying to beat the evil chairman, but all of his clockwork knights just demolish us immediately. Hello, Stan.
Stop babbling, slave. Just chase him. That stupid macho fake evil king. Get him. What are you waiting for?
Well, I was actually trying to open my menu, but of course this isn't Resident Evil. I'd like to see Stan in Resident Evil. I don't know how that would work exactly, but you can't make a Stan sandwich out of him. He's already flat. How much money did these crabs have is a fun statement that can only be uttered while playing RPGs, and that's why I like RPGs, and games generally. Getting to say stuff like that completely devoid of context brings me great joy. A Stanwich! You were almost an evil Stanwich. Defense drain. We gotta get rid of these penguins before they start throwing nasty statuses around, or whatever penguins do on their day off. Hopefully it should be okay without needing to use overdrive. Yeah. Oh, that was really loud. Every time enemies die simultaneously, it's very loud. Stan would probably possess Beryl and be all tsundere about helping Jill. Speaking of Beryl, I hope he's okay. I like to think that he didn't go up that elevator of entirely his own volition. That he's being dragged away by something. Wesker's trying too hard to say, I don't know about Barry. Charged parasol. Anyway, Beryl is my friend. What happened to his flamethrower, actually? Is it the same broken flamethrower that I had to put in that one protrusion next to a door to unlock it? Because mechanisms. How are we doing? Do I want to risk one more penguin fight? I kind of do. I kind of do. Because the experience is really good. I also want to know, what did charged parasol? Shower enemies with electric sparks. Okay. Assuming that that's multi-target, I hope. Yeah, like the very loud "consume this" when you Katamari your sumo guy over a bunch of foods. That makes me laugh when that happens, though. Every once in a while, because since I have it on Steam, I just load up Katamari. Not often, but sometimes you just feel like rolling. I can't explain it. It's cathartic. Sometimes when life is a lot, you just want to sing along to some goofy music and roll up stuff in a ball and then get yelled at by your dad for being a disappointment. Maybe not that one. Kiesling is asleep, but by God, he's gonna beat up that penguin. At least I think he's asleep. I mean, there's Z's in that bubble above his head. But he doesn't look very asleep. Who knows? Maybe he's just very jittery when he sleeps naturally. Heal. Sleep whopping. Also, thank you. I'm glad you're looking forward to more Resident Evil. I've been having a good time with it. You know what I did learn? Is that... And I'm sure RE vets who have played that game before all know this. But I didn't realize that when you pick your difficulty at the beginning, and how non-indicative it is, when it's like mountain climbing, hiking, and then what's the other one? Like a walk? And you have those three options, and you think, okay, well, mountain climbing must be hard, and then the hiking is normal. It did it again! I didn't press anything, it just ejected me! Cursed. And the walking one is easy, right? So that's why I picked the hiking one, thinking, okay, I've never played this before, let's just play a normal difficulty. Apparently that's not normal, it's like normal easy. And the mountain climbing one is like normal hard, or hard normal. And then the walking one is just easy easy. Like, well, cool, thanks for telling me, Resident Evil. Thank you for making your difficulty selection very easy to understand. And I guess there's apparently a hard mode that you unlock. Like a proper full hard mode that you unlock after beating the game once. Look at him, there's so much caffeine in his blood. He can't sleep, physically not possible. And Kiesling does have the look of a man who has just completely replaced the contents of his circulatory system with, if not like just straight up espresso, like maybe like black tar heroin. Which I'm only saying because that was a thing that would keep coming up in Cards versus Humanity and it's stuck in my head. How did that card go? Like 10 ounces of pure black tar heroin? Trucker speed. When you finish the game, you gain access to proper difficulty settings. Okay, that better explain what they are. Not that I mind playing on like this normal, easy difficulty. I think for what it's trying to do, it works well. Where's the nearest stone circle? I think south of me. Or rather, no, not, let me phrase it again. I think it works well for what, for me, since I've never played Resident Evil before, and I've eaten a few deaths, as I figure things out and bumble along. I'm not fighting you all. Goodbye. But I do wish that, you know, it was at least a little more indicative of what I'm getting into. Maybe it was kind of intentional. They didn't want anyone to accidentally pick like a too hard setting their first time through and get frustrated. I don't know. I feel like if I had never played that game before and I picked Chris as my initial character, I would get frustrated anyway. That tiny, tiny inventory. The difficulty settings only really affect how many supplies you're laying around. I guess that would explain why, like, Beryl left me so many first aid sprays and I have so many of them sitting in my storage. I don't think I've needed too many, relatively speaking. Okay, was it the red one? Kiesling's an academic, he might just be snorting crushed Adderall. That's why he looks like that at 45. I mean, whatever you gotta do to stay awake, man, I guess. Except not really. Maybe don't do that. As if Kiesling not snorting crushed Adderall would somehow make him a more pleasant person. That ship has sailed. It's open! Well, it's here that the gambler Big Bull Evil King said he was going, right? Mr. Kiesling? Rosalind, your ears are sharp as they are shapely. Let's go inside, to the ghost-filled Garden of Adventure. I don't want to listen to this nonsense. If it isn't true, you will have a bag full of unhappiness waiting for you. Beware, fake scholar. What is a bag full of unhappiness? Stan just going to leave steaming excrements on Kiesling's front door? What is this clown music? That sounds like somebody's rapidly rubbing together two cardboard, or not cardboard, pieces of styrofoam. This is the clown dungeon, and yet it doesn't look like the clown dungeon. Well, that's kind of disorienting, having the ceiling tiles blocking my view. What is this creature? It's like a jellyfish boar. A berserk boar. I guess I would be berserk too if I looked like that. Look how huge its anime eyes are. Somebody, like, wanted to get one of those how to draw anime books, but also one of those like how to draw monsters and other creatures books, and then just kind of like shotgun both of them. Okay, cool. Good talk. Ferris wheel rolling into the sea. It does kind of look paper mache, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Again, wasn't expecting that much experience. Are we just under-leveled? Is that what's going on here? That is a rich pig. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain, certainly. It just makes me a little concerned again. Oh, we're fighting the urns again. So many wily fights. I don't know all the robot masters offhand. I know some of them, but especially from later Mega Mans, I don't know them. Like past Mega Man 4. Does I feel like 11. Does that one have like a clown man? Or like one of them I feel like had a circusy theme level because I saw a bit of it played once. I don't think it was Clown Man per se, but it had kind of like a circusy bouncy ball theme to it. 8 has Clown Man. What character am I thinking of in 11 then? Because there's a character in 11 I'm thinking of. Part of me is like, should I have bought that coat for Kiesling? And another part of me is like, no. If he dies, so be it. "11 is the only one you've not played yet, sadly, so you don't know. Alas. Level 22, alright. Nice that Ari is getting gradually beefier. Oh boy. Are we really under leveled? Is that what's happening here? Kiesling's only purpose is to take hits so Ari doesn't. Oh, why can't Kiesling have the decoy move? Learn Burden. He's already a burden. That's not news. Burden. Decrease speed. Okay. Actually, pretty good, I think. Forgot he had Flaming Tome, too. Okay. Maybe he'll redeem himself with some of his moves. I don't know. 90 HP. Okay. There we go. Nice and healthy. I hope this also doesn't have pitfall traps. Or do all dungeons just sort of follow this rule of stand on these magic circles to open doors, and then beat up urns to open grates over staircases? Yeah. Oh, hello. Bounce Man, that's the one. I knew he had like a bouncy ball theme. Also, we got some lions with these onion babies. Stingy Onion, Growling Lion. Let's try Frost on the Growling Lion. And then let's try Flame on the Stingy Onion. Smash crockery, it is what heroes do. You're so right. You're not a hero without breaking a few plates. Or urns, or jars. Or rifling through chests. Oh boy, oh boy. Hurry up, hurry up. He's already almost dead again. Ugh. Holy moly. He's about to die again, isn't he? Maybe I should have Roz use the burst move. Well, a couple of them's already dead, so... Boy, yeah, he is taking so much damage. Just half expecting him to die, but that's fine, because I need Ari to live. That's all that matters to me. Okay, oh boy, now Ari is almost dead. Great. Oh, scary. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna lose like a ton of progress if I die, but I'd really, very much prefer not to die, you understand. Please no. Please no. Defend yourself, Ari. Ooh. Stan, finally! Mori's really being like, some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I am willing to make. Especially if your name is Guten Kiesling. Okay. I'm gonna heal Ari again. Thank you, Stan. Oh, jeez. Okay. Just one smack from that lion and we're dead. Okay, you know, Raj, you could stop. You could stop. Stan, avenge your boy. Stan, you abandoned your boy. Am I just gonna have to fight some boars for a while until I get strong enough? Unless there's even more better equipment now arbitrarily available somewhere. I guess if I really wanted to, I could go back and get that coat for Kiesling. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always, like, level grind between streams. RPG now stands for really pushing for grinding. Oh, this is a blaze urn now. I wonder if it's, like, weak to ice or something. But it also just feels more efficient to just hit it. I don't know. Let me see what Roz's frost move does on it. Did it just miss? Did it not work entirely? Oh, geez, don't do that. It's the best strategy to really just wail on it. Okay, there we go. Well, good thing there's a save point right there, so I can at least heal. Gosh, I was really hoping to make more story progress today and not spend so much time in a dungeon. But yeah, I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm underleveled a bit, considering these enemies are giving me so much experience. I didn't think I was underleveled, but then my usual methodology in RPGs is not to grind, but just I fight whatever comes to me during the normal process of exploration. And that tends to make me as strong as I need to be. Maybe a little stronger because I like to be thorough when I explore. But I haven't been avoiding battles in this game except for, you know, just recently when like these enemies take too long to fight and the experience payout is so piddly that it's not worth taking the time to fight them. But beforehand I was fighting guys, so I don't know why it's a struggle now. Black cat jewel, okay. Will this save me? Let's see. Reminiscent of darkness itself, halves HP for all. The enemies, right? I assume the enemies, but you know, you can never be too careful. Games love to mess with you and your expectations. Like all the fake items you could encounter in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Uh-oh, this crew again. Why don't I try Charged Parasol? And then Ari, I'll have use Overdrive on Roz. Maybe the ghost in the transverse tunnel would be more scaled to my current level. You may be onto something. Maybe I should go back and fight guys there. I just scooted... To be fair, none of them really approached me in the tunnel. There wasn't really much trying to vie for my head on a platter. Yeah, in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, not the first one, I think, but in later Mystery Dungeons, there are fake items you can find that have names that are really similar to the correct item. So if you're not paying enough attention, You can do some fairly injurious things to yourself. Don't kill, don't kill. You can also, I believe, like, throw them at enemies to do stuff to them. Use overdrive. I'm a little scared using it again now. Oh, she's already kitted out for that, so never mind. Maybe I'll just have Ari heal himself instead. Like, off the top of my head, there's a... So the oran berries are what you primarily heal with. Like, they're basic healing items. But there's oran berries where the A is swapped for an E. Oran berries, which you're probably not going to notice if you're just, like, picking everything up off the ground. I don't remember exactly what those do, like if they hurt you or not by trying to consume them, but... Many Zelda randomizers you've played have similar items, like items that are fake and are actively detrimental to you. I also saw a good clip a while ago of, I believe it was like Explorers of Sky. It's one of the earlier DS mystery dungeon, Pokemon mystery dungeon games. And I believe they were in like one of the challenge dungeons near the end that have like 100 floors that you basically start at level 1 and have no items and then have to power your way through. That they tried using throwing an item at an enemy that then reflected it, and it was a transform orb, and because the enemy reflected it, it went back to them, and it turned the player into a pile of money, which kills you because you can't do anything. You're a pile of money sitting on the ground. All right, goodbye, Kiesling. Oh, that's interesting. Don't kill Ari. Don't kill Ari. Okay. Very. Oh boy. Oh boy. Why are these things so strong? Holy moly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to go back to the tunnel and try fighting guys. This is a struggle. The real item being the fairy bow. The fake one in the store is a fairy crossbow. Buy the fake one and it's just a trap that freezes you. Oh, that's evil. I like that. Just making sure your players are paying attention. Do I want to... I mean, I might need to heal Rosalind too. If she could heal herself before this thing kills her. Well, at least Ari's alive. For now. You want to help out, Stan? You want to help your boy? No, you don't. Of course you don't. Stan has never lifted a finger to help someone a day in his life, and he's not going to start now. But what about all the other times that he has assisted in battle? Well, he's not lifting a finger, he's lifting his head, and then lowering it back down on them very rapidly. It's not the same. And also, he's not helping anyone. It's all for his own personal gain. Holy moly. Pain. Do I get another level for that, though? A lot of money, too. Jeez. Yep. Yeah, I think I am not an appropriate level for the monsters in this dungeon. So what I could do is I'll play a little bit longer and then stop the stream if I can resist. But I'm going to focus, I think, on trying to gain some levels, because that's evidently what I am in dire need of. If I can get back to the save point before something jumps me. So yeah, let me try going back to the transverse tunnel to see if combat is a little more reasonable there. I mean, I can fight the creatures here, evidently, but it's a bit of an arduous process and also a very risky one because of how quickly they can decide to team up on Ari and shred him into tiny little orange-haired pieces. Stan is definitely a cat, like in many ways, not just because of the ears and the fact that he headbonks people. Like, he always wants attention and affirmation. He always needs to ensure that his voice is being heard. You forget what it's called, but the rapidly squeaking instrument in the background there is the same as what's in Goron City in Ocarina of Time. Oh my gosh. Like just, but rapid fire and high-pitched? Goron's invited to Big Tree Hole. I feel like the Gorons would be disappointed. It's not really much of a tree when you get inside the hole. Like, you'd expect a little more greenery or some cool root systems. No, it's just more like sewer. It's kind of like how a lot of schools, I believe, have the same general floor plan. Like, I remember in elementary school at one point being on like a field trip to another elementary school and realizing that even though like the way it was painted and decorated looked differently, like, hey, this layout is just like my elementary school. But I guess because it's cheaper to have the single design and not do fancy new architecture for every new public school that opens, because I mean, who would dare funnel money into public schools? It's not like education is important or anything. That's true. On the other hand, there is rocks. So they may be disappointed by the lack of trees in the tree hole, but they could, like, maybe nibble on the walls a little bit. Okay, are there ghosts in here? All your Pokemon Go raiding buddies live in the same condo complex, which is not yours, but the one down the street. So they're all like, we have the same floor plan. You know where stuff is. Convenient. There is ghosts in here. Wow. Oh, some new critters. Oh, look, it's like, if the conductor grew a garden, those are the flowers he would grow. I will never get away from the Hattie Time comparisons. And you're like, actually, I have a different floor plan. Where is anything? What are these strange creatures called? Remnant Dinosaur and Deep Mandragora. Jagora. Dragola. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So a remnant dinosaur, it's just like the only dinosaur left after they all died out in this universe, I guess. The flowers all screeching out, "Mjolnir!" But in like very tiny, cute flower voices. Someday, I'm gonna learn how to like roll my R's and speak in a terrible facsimile of a Scottish brogue, and then you'll be sorry. I'll learn how to say murder real good. Or the way he says fraud. I also like the way he says fraud. She's a fraud! Fraud! My mic probably clipped that. It was so squeaky. Oh, Kiesling is already almost dead again. Maybe I should be using, like, spells or something. I forget I do have spells. I just can't be bothered to use spells most of the time. I mean, I should be more distressed that a party member is down, because that means they miss out on experience, but also I don't like Kiesling, so whatever. I'm just waiting for the day we can replace him. Still surprised it doesn't seem to be Marlene, or at least not immediately. Is he, like, hunched over, like, because he's KO'd, or is he just normally like that? I realize I'm not sure. I think what I'm gonna do, since there's a convenient spot to save here, and I can also fight enemies without having to listen to the strange clown shoes Ferris wheel rolling into the sea music, I will do some grinding here. Not a ton. Just to gain a couple levels so I... Why does it keep happening? I promise you I am pressing absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. It just arbitrarily yeets me out of there. Maybe I should buy that coat for him. Oh, something about an idol in Madril. Nobody listened to her at first, but now she's gained some popularity. I guess she's a bitter ender. By the way, dude, really, don't you want to take a bath? I feel like you're trying to sell me the bath. Okay, starchy coat. For you. You better be grateful. I'm gonna buy more of these. I don't want to invest too much, because there's that fear of, like, they're gonna be outdated and unnecessary very quickly. Okay, let's make sure I got everything equipped on this dead man. Oh, that's right. No, that's not what I need. Starchy coat. Only 3 points of defense, but hopefully it's enough to make a difference, I guess. You feel like Ari would have that same mindset about all his allies. God, I hate these guys. Oh good, the old man's dead. He would just think it. Ari just thinks all of the really rude things. Like me! That's a joke. It's mostly a joke. But at some point you just kind of give up and surrender to your internal cynicism when everyone else is driving you up the wall. Okay. I wish I'd gotten more story here. This stream, this session. Because I love the story in this game, but just a lot of being in dungeons. And unfortunately I should probably try and get to bed. Because I got more streaming to do over the weekend. So again, if you would like to join me for one of my rare Saturday streams, I'm going to be playing the very chill Wilmot Works It Out. Think about the conversion, 2 p.m. Eastern, because it's noon my time. So 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, I'll be streaming a chill puzzle game, so make yourself a nice cup of tea and come hang out with me for a bit. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be streaming, not on my channel, but on my friend Nico Luce's channel for his stream anniversary, some Mario Party. So look forward to that. I am Miss Mori on Blue Sky. I want to call it Beesky, because that's how I see it written. Miss Mori on Beesky. If you want to come find me, and keep abreast of any updates or announcements or whatever. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me for more of Okage. I'm having a great time just hanging out with folks. It's so nice after a stressful week. You know, before I turn in.
What's the matter, slave? That pseudo-scholar said that pea-brain brood is in the monster's hideout. I don't care if the scholar feels miserable. You just have to get the job done.
I too don't care if the scholar feels miserable. I'm so glad we can see eye to eye on this stand. Truly, we are becoming BFFs. You have no say in the matter. Thank you very much, everyone. I will catch you on the weekend. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will catch you next time. Oyasumi nasai. Good night.